Hello, my lovely Cancerians. Welcome to your reading for October 2018. This is a general reading for you, my lovely Cancerians. If also listen to your rising sign and your moon sign. Some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. This is a general reading, so some of it will resonate with some of you. For some of you, all of it will resonate, which will be fantastic. Also listen for more depth and detail to your sun, to your rising sign and your moon sign, as I said. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, follow the link below to my website, and there you can book a reading with me that's going to be more specific to you. It's going to be for you, and it's to see where you are at, answer your questions, and help you on your journey. So that's going to be far more specific to you. This is a general reading. I'd also like to thank you for subscribing, for sharing, and for commenting. I really love reading the comments that you put there for me. It's a fantastic feedback. And I'd like to also thank all those lovely Cancerians that have already booked a reading with me. It's been nice to connect with my subscribers, put a face to my subscribers. I've really enjoyed that as well. So thank you again very much for your support of my channel. Let's have a look now at what's ahead for you for the month of October. So let's see how you're traveling, my lovely little Cancerians. The first card that you've got here, which signifies you, is the Judgment card. And to me, it's, what's coming up for you? What's coming up from the past? I feel like there's reminiscing of, of the past. For the Cancerians that are, middle-aged, sort of in their 40s, I guess, it's a reflection of, what I wanted when I was 20 and where I'm at. And there's this reflection of, this reminiscing of, this is what I was wanting, this is where I was headed, this is what I was looking for in life. Have I achieved that? It's this reassessment. Feelings are going to be stirred from the past for many, many Cancerians. The younger Cancerians are going to be reminiscing and looking at, what they want to achieve, what they've wanted to achieve, what did they want as children, where were they headed. Past a relationship that you've had, there's this reminiscing, there's this revisiting. So you're going to have this real reminiscing sort of energy, this around you in the beginning of October, this revisiting of old ways of thinking, of goals, of dreams, of things that you wanted to achieve, and have you achieved it? So there's this reassessing, this judgment of, for some of you, it's a judgment of how you behaved in a relationship. So some of you are going to find yourself entering a new relationship and just reviewing the past relationships and why they didn't work and what part did you play in it and how could you have done things differently, and learning from that in moving forward. So there's also that sort of energy there as well. For some of you, it's someone that's going to come from the past. There's past events. There's things that are coming from the past. So it could be someone's going to come from your past. It doesn't necessarily need to be someone you were involved in a relationship with, but someone from your past. You might bump into them. They're going to revisit you. They may contact you. There's this resurrection of the past in there. It could be in thought. It could be reminiscing of someone that a relationship lost. It could be reminiscing of friendships lost. It could be the physicality of someone absolutely appearing from the past, coming to visit you, reconnecting, recontacting you, phoning you, texting you, emailing you. But there is that sort of stirring of the past there in the beginning of October. So there's a revisiting of all of that that's been going on there. Because then, of course, you've got the Fool. And what's the purpose of that? And this is what I sort of got the feeling of. It's There's going to be new situations. There's going to be situations of moving on, moving into the future, moving into a new relationship, a new job, establishing new friendships, and that's going to trigger memories. That's going to trigger emotions. That's going to trigger feelings of the past. So anything that you didn't complete, close the door on, have closure on in the past is going to resurface. It's going to resurface for you, my lovely Cancerian. So don't panic. It's just resurfacing, and it's a way of your subconscious saying, well, we haven't addressed this. Let's close this. Let's put this to bed. Let's review it. Are you sure we want to move on from this and leave it behind in order to move forward? In order to move forward, what from the past do we want to bring into the future? What from the past do we want to bring into this new relationship? What have you learnt from failed relationships that you want to bring into a new relationship? Because there's something new happening here. There's new beginnings happening here for you. You know, you've had a job, a high pressure job, and you've left it, and now there's another opportunity for a job coming up for you. And do you want to re-enter that high pressure, long hours, high demand job that takes you away from family? Those sorts of things are going to be there for you because there's new opportunities coming for you. There's new beginnings. You are able to learn from the past so that you can move forward in a more positive way and bring more goodness into your life, because there is new love coming. For those of you that are in a relationship, it's a resurgence of love. It might be someone also from the past that's coming back into your life and wanting to try again as well. If you're in a relationship, it's about, you know, if it's been bumpy, if there's been some misunderstandings, if there's an ability here to start again, a fresh start to continue on in this relationship. For those of you that are single, there is a new love coming. There is an opportunity. And don't write comments that I don't want to be in a relationship. If you don't want to be in a relationship, well, you're not going to, because you're not going to make those choices. So this is for the people that are seeking a relationship. There is an opportunity here to have a significant relationship. It will stir emotions. It will stir things from the past that will come forward for you to revisit. So if there are trust issues, you know, if you've still got those trust issues, it's going to be hard to establish a new relationship. So that needs to be dealt with and put to bed. So that's what needs to be reviewed in order for this new beginning in romance, in love, that's coming up for you in October as well. Okay, so that there's that opportunity there as well. I feel like I want to say to you, there's some Cancerians there that are in a love triangle. You know, if you are in having an affair, if you are in a relationship, you know, you're married or in a committed relationship and you're seeing somebody else, there's going to be issues there for you to revisit. You need to visit that, and you need to either say, well, why am I doing this? Let's fix my relationship that I'm in, or I'm going to move on from this relationship and start this new relationship. So there's a review here for you, and for some of you it's going to be quite deep and quite serious as well. So forewarned is forearmed. You know, this is what the beginning of October is going to be for you, Cancerians. Don't withdraw into your shell. Stay with it and really feel it. Feel the pain, feel the heartache, feel whatever you need to feel, and then release it so that you can move forward into what is going to come up for you. Okay, what is coming up for you, because there's planning here. There's new planning. You know, you are thinking about passion, you are thinking about love, you are thinking about you know, changes that you want to make. At this point you're thinking about them, you're planning them. What do I want? So this is part of the review. This is part of your review that's going on, that you're going to be thinking. You're going to be thinking a lot about all of that sort of stuff, you know, because, you know, in the past it has been good. You've been in a good position. You've been able to create whatever it is you've wanted to create. And now you're asked to review all of that to say, well, is that what really brought you joy? Is that what really brought you happiness? Is that what you really wanted? And if it is, that's absolutely fantastic. But there could be a review of the importance of that. If you're in a high pressure job that takes you away from your family and friends, is the money value of that worth being away from people that you love? So, there's review time. But you can attract all of this abundance. It just comes to you. It's like a magnet. I'm feeling like it's just a magnet for you. It just is there, and it's available for you. It's available for you. It's, what I want to say, word of warning here, as you move through October, be careful what you wish for. Always look at what you have, what you already have that's solid, that is there, that is real. And don't let your imagination run away with you, thinking that the other man's grass is always greener. It's going to be better if I do this. It's going to be better if I have that. Don't spend too much time reminiscing or thinking about what could be, what you could have. Rather, look at what you do have that's solid and that is real. And, don't risk losing that by not acknowledging that, and looking at, letting your imagination run away with you. I feel like the imagination energy is going to be quite strong for you. That I feel, Cancer, that you are going to feel quite restless in October, quite restless and seeking something. So look at what you do have and what changes you can bring in to the people that you have around you, the family that you have around you, the relationship that you have around you, or a relationship that you're moving into. Have a look at that. That's real, rather than if I have this, or if I have this person, or if I have that job, or if I have that house, or things will be better. Well, then you're always chasing the elusive. So just be mindful of that. Just be mindful that your emotions and your imagination doesn't get away with you, is what I want to say to you. Well, this is a heavy reading for you, Cancer. And I feel like, there is a balancing of two. That's balancing for people that are in a relationship and are having some sort of an affair or an infatuation with somebody else. Just be careful with that. There's balancing it. You're sort of balancing two situations. It's going to add to your confusion as well. But I also feel like there's a decision to be made. Yeah, see, it's what I've said, do I take this high pressure job, or do I take a job that pays a little bit less but I spend more time with family? You're balancing out, you're weighing out the alternatives. Do I start this relationship with this person that I really like, or do I wait for somebody else to come along, or, what qualities am I looking for? There's balancing. It's different for different Cancerians, but there is a balancing of situations. There's a toing and froing of what it is you want and what it is you don't want. Just make sure you keep it practical. Don't let your imagination run away with you, because the reality can be quite different. Always follow your gut. You've got the High Priestess here, so always follow your gut as well. What do you feel you need to do? What is going to make you happy? What, your sense of intuition is quite high. It's heightened. It's also looking at the divine feminine. It looks at the inner workings, the subconscious. This is the subconscious. The moon, the moon here is the subconscious. The night, the night is the dark side of the soul, is the subconscious, is the shadow, is what your deepest secrets are, what your deepest desires are, what you need to process and sort through, which is your judgment card. What's coming up for you that you need to deal with. If there's a dissatisfaction, where's that dissatisfaction come from? It's internal. When you have that dissatisfaction and people seek external gratification, it never works for too long. It's about really looking at why am I dissatisfied? Where's that dissatisfaction come from? Why aren't I as happy as I should be? That's what I want to say to you. Those things are all going to come up for a review for you. Varying degrees, Cancer. Varying degrees for each of you. But there's going to be a review time coming up for you. There's a review time coming up for you. There's also going to be this is the signing of legal documents, legal things coming up, completion of a legal situation, signing of documents, bringing a closure to it, which is, you know, from the past. So, you know, if there's a separation, if there's a divorce, if there's a court settlement, if there's a settlement over money, properties, it's going to come to completion. There is going to be a completion about it, and it's about you keeping it real and really being practical about what it is you're asking for, what you're wanting, to bring it to an end, to bring it to a closure, so that these new beginnings can happen for you, so that this can happen for you, and new love is going to come in as well. But you need to complete the old first. Okay, the old first. For some of you, it's the signing of contracts with work, with a move. You know, there's legal documentation, whatever that is for you. You know, and of course it's not going to be for everyone, but that is going to come up for quite a few of you. But it's going to be, you're going to be successful with whatever it is you're looking at doing on a legal term, on a legal level. You're going to be successful with that. There is victory there around you, which will bring on these new situations, new horizons, new horizons, because of course you're looked after. So that's going to be really successful. That's going to be really successful for you as well, on a legal level. So that's a really interesting reading, my lovely Cancerians. I hope that sees you well through October. It really is about reviewing the past, releasing what is no longer relevant, and bringing in what you have learned in order to move forward. There is love, there is everything that you're seeking, but keep your feet on the ground. Keep it realistic and don't withdraw into your shell and hide. Really look at this, because it's going to set you up for the next 2 months. It's going to set you up for 2019. So really look at this and put it to bed. Deal with it, and then move on, because there's a lot of new things coming your way. I'm going to take a card from the Angels of Abundance for you, and we'll see what this summarizes what your reading is about, you know, and it ties it up really nicely. Let's see. Oh, they're on the floor. I'll get those just a minute. There's 2 cards, so I'm going to actually read you the 2 cards. Okay, we've got Windfall of Abundance. That's with your legal settlement, I suppose, with what's coming in for you. Is it safe for you to receive? Okay, so let's have a read of these and see. You're the only one that's gotten 2 of these, so aren't you lucky? An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. And abundance is love, health, happiness, money. It's everything, you know. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. So that's really interesting, isn't it? Because, you know, there is abundance coming for you. Things will be settled and there will be an ending to it all. It's safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. So really deal with whatever's going on with you in the past, whatever comes up for you, because emotions will be stirred. Things will come up for you, and let them come up and look at them and only retain what it is that's going to be useful for you in moving forward. So you move forward into a new chapter. So I wish you ease and grace and many blessings for October, and I will see you in November. So many blessings to you, Cancerians.